What if I told you that the most powerful transformation that you will ever experience in your life will not come from changing cars, changing jobs, or even changing neighborhoods? It will come from something more profound than that. Something much deeper. Something so deep that it simply caused the people that once knew you to come to a place where they will not be able to recognize you. The truth is, true transformation does not come through surface level stuff. It comes from something much deeper, which is the ability to now rise up and do deep work. You have to go into a place where you start digging deeper, and as you start digging deeper, you now start basically strengthening who you are deep within, and go now to do deep work, focus work, and focus work will now lead to a place where you're going to effortlessly reach a place of major transformation. In this video, my friend, you're going to learn about the 5 key steps you can consider when it comes to how to initiate transformation. And not just initiate transformation, but come to a place where you're going to be able now to maintain whatever level of transformation you have reached as far as your job, as far as your life is concerned, as far as your business is concerned. All right? Dimitri, let's get right into it. Let me just start with a story that's going to illustrate the power of major transformation. So powerful, so different, so deep that even the people that once knew are not going to be able to recognize you. Perfect example. When this iconic figure by the name of Jesus was laid to rest, and was this big rock that was actually rolled at the entrance of the tomb. 3 days later, there was a particular woman by the name of Mary Magdalene who decided that she had to go see for herself how well taken care of the tomb was. So as she gets there, a couple of things happens. First of all, she realizes that the rock had been rolled. So the entrance was now completely wide open. She goes inside and she sees that the tomb is actually empty. She comes out completely shocked, wondering what exactly would happen to the body of the person that she used to see as her master. As she's walking back now into town, something even more peculiar happens. Out of nowhere come these strangers who now decide to engage in deep conversation. At first, she simply tells the stranger, "My goodness, where are you from? Because you ask me all these questions. But don't you know what happened in this town 3 days ago? Something completely major happened in this town." And the stranger kept engaging in the conversation. As they're walking, she's unable to recognize who she's talking to. Here's the funny thing. This gentleman is walking the same way he used to walk when he was actually walking amongst the living friends. Number one. Number two, this gentleman kept carrying himself in the very same way he used to carry himself while he was still alive. Quote and unquote. Number three, the texture of his voice remained the same. Yet she was still unable to recognize him. And here's now the final argument that's going to give you a better taste of what I'm trying to explain. The aroma of his presence was not changed. And why is this particular detail so important? Why? Because while he was still amongst them, the same man she was looking for once came to the house. And as he came to the house to break bread with the family, at one point she says, "We have been eating and we are fine now. I'm going to let my sister Martha in the kitchen, attending to whatever needs to be attended to in the kitchen. I, Mary Magdalene, I'm going to go to the feet of this particular guest of importance because I want to hear firsthand what he's saying. I want to be so close that I can actually smell whatever basically fragrance this gentleman is actually exuding." And as she's actually smelling the fragrance of his presence, she says to herself at one point, "My goodness, I think we can do better. As a matter of fact, I'm going to run into the bedroom. I'm going to grab the bottle of this expensive perfume, fragrance that we've been carrying in this house, fragrance that will cost about somewhat 1 full year of wages. I'm going to bring it into the room, not to actually spray it all over the place. I'm going to take this fragrance, I'm going to open it, and I'm going to pour it onto the feet of this particular gentleman. And I'm not going to stop there because I want to make sure that whatever fragrance is carrying that must have come from all the places he has actually been to can be removed. But I'm also going to make sure I'm going to leave my DNA on the feet of the gentleman because I want to make sure that this chemistry I'm sensing between myself and this gentleman must be immortalized. What did she do? She now takes the hair and start removing the excess from the fragrance, from the perfume that she had poured onto this gentleman's feet. So she had now reached a place of intimate knowledge of the fragrance that his body was actually exuding in the moment. Yet, in the particular moment when she was looking for him, she was unable to smell and recognize that this is the one I'm actually looking for. My goodness. So it took basically an extra step from this gentleman to simply say, yes, the person you're looking for is here. But you could not recognize him because a major transformation had taken place. That was basically the one and only example I'm going to give you. Now, let's move now to the steps. 5 steps. The first step that you have to consider is the following. You have to go to a place where you're going to say to yourself, I need to be intentional to start rewiring my mind, rewiring my brain for deep work. Why? Because I come to understand one key thing. Garbage in, garbage out. Whatever outdated framework that your mind has been used to is not going to be able to give you the type of up-to-date information, the type of up-to-date result that you're looking for. So if you're looking for change as far as the results are concerned, as far as the outcome is concerned, you have to go back to the drawing board and simply rewire your mind, rewire your brain, so your brain can come to a place now. It's going to be used to deep work and start giving you now the type of deep results you're looking for. Number one, and why is this particularly important? Because most of us, we are so wired to look for external validation in order for us to start believing that, yes, we are somebody. But when you start coming back to a place you will run your brain, you're going to come to realize, my friend, the only validation that you're looking for must come from within. And once you start affirming yourself, validating yourself, because you're spending time with yourself, slowly, but you're going to come to a place where the way you actually use your brain, the way that you're now using your brain, the circuitry of your brain, the way that you're now using your mind will be different. And before you start reaping now different results. And as you're doing that, you're going to come to realize, my goodness, there have been so many distractions around me. I need to now find a way to start removing this distraction and give myself permission to consider just doing 1 hour of deep work on a daily basis. And your assignment right now is just to make sure that moving forward, starting today, you say to yourself, 1 hour of my day will be simply put aside so I can focus on being by myself and do deep work. And ask yourself the key question again, what are the major or minor distractions that could be preventing me from actually doing that 1 hour of deep work? That's first step. Second step is you have to come to a place where you're going to master something key, solitude. Because deep work will not come in the company of the crowd, especially the same crowd you used to. Deep work will only come when you give yourself permission to be okay with being alone, to be okay with mastering solitude. And as you're learning how to master solitude, your brain that's now challenged to actually work in a deeper way, is now going to find a way to give you access to information. Oh my goodness, give you access to different waves of information, different circuitry as far as your mind is concerned, that simply going to blow your mind away because you're going to be completely amazed as to where it's coming from. Here's the funny thing. Even Jesus, before he actually went on the cross, here's what he did. He took the art of solitude to the next level. He said to himself, I'm going to retire somewhere. I'm going to simply engage in deeper meditation. So out of these 12 people that used to follow me on a daily basis, I'm going to take only 3 who are part of my inner tribe. So I'm going to take them from wherever they are all the way to this deeper place. But as we go there, they're not going to come to the deeper place where I'm going to actually go now into a place of deeper solitude. I'm going to leave them aside and go by myself where I'm going now to start working on whatever I'm working on. And this is the reason why at one point during the state of meditation, it reached a point where even the physical appearance of the person changed, because they realized that this man had now gone through a process of deep transformation to the point where his body is now responding differently, to the point where they looked themselves and they were shocked and they were scared because they had never seen anything like this. And this can only happen when you give yourself permission to master the art of solitude. So your assignment right now is to simply say to yourself every single day, on top of that 1 hour, I'm going to be focusing on producing deep work. I'm going to also give myself 30 minutes every single day, or where I'm just going to go and be by myself for about 30 minutes on a daily basis. That's number 2. Number 3, you're now going to have to move to a place where you're going to say to yourself, that's not just where I'm going to stop. I'm also going to go above and beyond. Institute what I'm simply called the R&R. Unshakable, non-negotiable routines and rituals you have to observe on a daily basis. As you start your day, you have to simply say to yourself, this is how I'm going to start my day, and I'm not going to deviate from this. Why this is particularly important? Because your brain is looking for things, for clues that's going to tell the brain how important you are, how important your day is going to be, how important it is that you have to follow a particular set of routine and rituals. Because once you actually come to the place of maintaining unshakable, non-negotiable routine and rituals, your brain now knows that, yes, my goodness, this is a very important person. This is VIP. So as I'm sleeping, I need to make sure that, yes, I don't need to wake up because the alarm is going off. I need to wake up because this is the VIP. I know that at 5 o'clock in the morning, I need to get up and start focusing on meditation. Number 1, I need to get up because I need to focus on doing physical exercise. Number two, I need to wake up because I need to make sure I can drink some water. Make sure I drink at least, oh my goodness, at least 400 millimeters of water before I do anything. Why is this particularly important? Because it's simply a way to tell your brain that this is someone who pays attention to the quality and the state of the temple that this body represents. And once you start moving like this, what's going to happen is the brain is now going to start expanding. And as your brain is expanding, it will start simply expanding now your ability now to see yourself differently. And as you start seeing yourself differently, my friend, sky slowly but surely going to start pushing by and showing you things that you never thought possible. So again, your assignment right now is to make sure that you now start putting on paper and put together a very specific set of routines and rituals that you have to observe on a daily basis when you start the day, throughout the day, and before you go to bed, day in, day out for the next 30 days. Step number 4, you simply have to move to a place I will simply call look around you. Pay attention to the environment where you live, to your ecosystem, and say to yourself, ask yourself the key question, is this ecosystem, is this environment consistent with the type of person I'm becoming? Digitally and also physically, is this environment, is this system compatible or consistent with the type of person I see myself becoming in the future? If that's not the case, my friend, start basically taking an inventory. Look around and say to yourself, what needs to go? Who are the people that needs to go? What are the things that need to be removed from the environment so you can start slowly but surely becoming more of the person you were actually meant to be? That's number 4. Last but not least, as soon as you're doing that for at least 30 days, what's going to happen is slowly but surely you're going to start transforming yourself into someone different. And at that point, you won't have to want to say anything as far as the project is concerned, because the transformation that started within will start speaking for itself. So your job will simply have to let whatever changes that are taking place on the inside start speaking for itself. Why? Because when you start changing, the people that used to come bother you on a daily basis, the friend that used to come bother you on a daily basis, they're going to sense that this is now someone completely different. And as they come, they will keep asking the question, so where is so-and-so? The same way that Mary Magdalene asked Jesus the same question. So I came looking for Jesus, but I could not find him. Where is he? Where is he? Because The man I'm looking for, I can smell that is not here. The man I'm looking for, I can see is not here. The man I'm looking for, I can touch that is not here. The man I'm looking for, I can tell that yes, the stature of this person that walking next to me is not the same. It may be physically the same size, but I can tell that this is something completely different because this person has undergone deeper change. And once you come to that place, my friend, the change that will actually start reaping will start speaking for itself, and simply let the change speak for itself, because your job is not to advertise that you become someone different, and simply let the transformation start speaking for itself, and now start drawing into your world the right people, the right circumstances, and the right events, the right serendipity that's going to bring you now closer to whatever goals, whatever vision they will actually set before you as far as the future is concerned. All right, I'm gonna stop right here, but before I go, just a couple of things. If this video resonated with you, what I'm going to ask you to do is simply make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so next time we put together a video, you can be amongst the first one to see the video. Number one. Number two, make sure to also leave in the comment section, the comment below. Leave me a comment telling me exactly what you're going to be working on as far as whatever project, as far as your life is concerned. What are the distractions you're going to remove as far as your environment is concerned, so you can actually start doing deep work. How can you actually upgrade your environment? Number two, how can you master the art of solitude? Number three, and how can you find a way to organize your life in a way that there is a set of non-negotiable rituals and routine you could observe on a daily basis. All right, much love everyone. I'm out. Take good care.